Connor Blake stood in the center of the dojo, his breath steady and focused. The late afternoon sun streamed through the windows, casting long shadows across the tatami mats. Each move he executed was precise, a testament to years of discipline and dedication. His fellow students mirrored his actions, their movements synchronized in a display of perfect harmony. The dojo's tranquility was shattered by the sudden opening of the sliding door. Master Kenji, a man of few words but immense presence, entered the room, followed by a group of figures cloaked in iridescent suits. The students paused, their eyes widening at the sight of the unexpected visitors. "Connor, come here," Master Kenji called, his voice calm yet commanding. Connor hurriedly joined his sensei, his curiosity piqued by the unusual guests. The tallest of the figures stepped forward, lowering his hood to reveal an alien face, smooth and devoid of any features typical to humans. "We come in peace," the alien began, his voice a harmonious blend of tones. "I am Zorith, and we seek your guidance." Connor exchanged a glance with Master Kenji, who nodded for him to listen. "What brings you here, Zorith?" Connor asked, his tone respectful but cautious. Zorith explained, "Our world is on the brink of conflict with a rival species. We have heard of your martial prowess and believe that learning your combat techniques will give us the edge we need to protect our people." The request hung in the air, heavy with implications. Connor's mind raced. Teaching aliens? The idea was as fascinating as it was alarming. "Why should we trust you?" he asked, voicing the concern that gnawed at him. "We offer an exchange," Zorith replied, producing a small device from his cloak. "Knowledge for knowledge. We will share our advancements with you, improvements that could benefit your kind in many ways." Master Kenji placed a reassuring hand on Connor's shoulder. "Connor, this is an opportunity. We must weigh the risks and benefits carefully." After a moment of contemplation, Connor nodded. "Very well. We will teach you, but we must proceed with caution." The dojo was transformed overnight. The aliens, now students, adapted surprisingly quickly to human martial arts. Their physical capabilities, while different, were impressive. Connor found himself fascinated by their abilities, particularly Zorith, whose determination mirrored his own. However, not everyone welcomed the aliens with open arms. Derek, a former student of Master Kenji who now led a rival dojo, saw the collaboration as a threat. "You're making a mistake, Connor," Derek warned one evening after the day's training had ended. "These aliens are not to be trusted. They'll turn on us the first chance they get." Connor frowned, the seed of doubt planted. "They have shown no signs of deception, Derek. They seek our help, and we are offering it." Derek's eyes flashed with anger. "You're naive, Connor. They'll use our techniques against us." Despite Derek's warnings, the training continued. Connor grew closer to Zorith, learning about his world and the struggles his people faced. In turn, Zorith proved to be an adept student, his progress impressive and his respect for human martial arts evident. One night, as Connor prepared to leave the dojo, he found a note slipped under the door. It was a warning. "Beware the shadows that lurk. Trust is a double-edged sword." His heart raced as he scanned the surroundings, finding nothing out of place. The warning, however, was clear. Someone was watching, waiting for the right moment to strike. Connor knew he had to stay vigilant, for the sake of both his students and the alien visitors. Connor Blake awoke early, the first light of dawn filtering through his window. Today marked the beginning of a new chapter, one that promised both challenge and intrigue. As he prepared for the day, his thoughts lingered on the warning note. He resolved to remain vigilant, determined to uncover the source of the threat. Arriving at the dojo, Connor found Master Kenji and the alien delegation already present. Zorith stood at the center, his alien features a stark contrast to the traditional Japanese decor of the dojo. The other aliens, though different in appearance, exhibited a disciplined stance, eager to begin their training. "Good morning, everyone," Connor greeted, his voice steady. He addressed the group. "Today we will start with basic katas. These are the foundational movements that will form the basis of your training. As Connor demonstrated the first kata, Zorith and his team mirrored his actions. Despite their unfamiliarity with human physiology, their movements were fluid and precise. Connor observed their progress, impressed by their adaptability. Throughout the morning, the dojo buzzed with activity. Connor moved among the aliens, correcting stances and offering guidance. Zorith, in particular, showed remarkable progress. His determination was evident in every movement, a reflection of the dire circumstances his people faced. During a break, Connor approached Zorith. "You're picking this up quickly," he noted. "Your people must have a strong will to adapt so well." Zorith nodded, his eyes reflecting a blend of gratitude and resolve. "We have no choice, Connor. Our survival depends on it." Connor felt a growing respect for Zorith and his team. Their willingness to learn and their resilience in the face of adversity mirrored the values he held dear. As they resumed training, Connor couldn't help but feel a sense of kinship with the aliens. As the day progressed, Connor noticed a figure lingering near the entrance of the dojo. Derek, the leader of a rival dojo, stood watching with a mixture of curiosity and disdain. Connor approached him, his expression guarded. "Derek, what brings you here?" Connor asked, keeping his tone neutral. Derek crossed his arms, his gaze fixed on the training aliens. "Just observing. I still think you're making a mistake, Connor. These aliens, they're not like us. They'll turn on you the first chance they get." Connor felt a flicker of irritation. "They have shown nothing but respect and dedication. We must give them a chance." Derek's expression hardened. "Just be careful, Connor. Not everyone is as trusting as you." With that, Derek turned and left, leaving Connor with a sense of unease. He returned to the dojo, his resolve strengthening. He would protect the dojo and his new students no matter the cost. As evening approached, Master Kenji gathered everyone for a final exercise. "We will end today's session with a sparring match," he announced. "Connor, you will face Zorith." The dojo fell silent as Connor and Zorith took their positions. Bowing to each other, they began. The sparring match was intense, each move calculated and precise. Connor could feel Zorith's determination in every strike, and he matched it with his own skill. The match ended in a draw, both fighters breathing heavily but smiling. Master Kenji nodded in approval. "Excellent. Both of you have shown great skill and respect." As the session concluded, Connor found another note slipped into his bag. It read, "The threat is closer than you think. Trust no one." Connor's heart pounded as he scanned the room, searching for any sign of danger. The note was a stark reminder that the dojo was not safe. He knew he had to act quickly to protect everyone. Determined to uncover the source of the threat, Connor approached Master Kenji. "Sensei, we need to tighten security around the dojo. Someone is watching us, and I fear they mean harm." Master Kenji's expression grew serious. "I understand, Connor. We will take the necessary precautions. Trust in your instincts." With a plan in place, Connor felt a renewed sense of purpose. The training had only just begun, and the challenges ahead were daunting. But he knew he was not alone. With Zorith and the others by his side, he was ready to face whatever dangers lurked in the shadows. Connor Blake paced the dojo, his mind racing. The warning notes had become a constant source of anxiety, but he couldn't let them distract him from the training. The aliens were making impressive progress, and he had to ensure their safety. "Connor," Master Kenji called, interrupting his thoughts. "We need to talk." They retreated to Kenji's office, a serene space lined with scrolls and ancient artifacts. "I've sensed a growing unease," Kenji began. "You're troubled by more than just the training." Connor handed Kenji the latest note. "Someone's trying to sabotage us. We need to be on high alert." Kenji studied the note, his expression grave. "We must protect our students, human and alien alike. Let's increase our security and remain vigilant." With a plan in place, Connor felt a bit more at ease. Returning to the training hall, he found Zorith practicing advanced moves with an intensity that bordered on obsession. "You're pushing yourself hard," Connor observed. Zorith paused, wiping sweat from his brow. We don't have the luxury of time. Our enemies are relentless. Connor nodded, admiring Zoratha's dedication. Just remember to pace yourself. Overexertion can lead to mistakes. As they resumed training, a loud crash echoed through the dojo. Connor and Zorath rushed to the source, finding one of the windows shattered. A small, blinking device lay on the floor. "Everyone, get back!" Connor shouted, ushering the students to safety. He carefully approached the device, recognizing it as an unfamiliar piece of technology. "Zorath, can you identify this?" Zorath examined the device, his expression darkening. "It's a tracking beacon. Someone wants to monitor our movements." Connor's mind raced. The enemy was closer than he had anticipated. "We need to neutralize it and find out who's behind this." Working quickly, Zorath disabled the beacon. "We must move our training to a more secure location," he suggested. Connor agreed, but before they could act, Derek appeared at the entrance, his face twisted with anger. "I knew you couldn't be trusted," he spat, glaring at the aliens. "You're bringing danger to our doorstep." "We're doing everything we can to protect everyone," Connor retorted. "This isn't the time for division." Derek's expression softened slightly, but suspicion remained in his eyes. "If you need help, my dojo stands ready. But don't make me regret this." With Derek's reluctant offer of assistance, Connor felt a small glimmer of hope. They quickly relocated to an underground training facility, a place where they could continue their work without fear of being watched. In the new facility, Connor and Zorath intensified the training regimen. The aliens adapted swiftly, their movements becoming more fluid and precise with each passing day. Connor couldn't help but feel a sense of pride in their progress. One evening, while reviewing security footage, Connor noticed something odd. A shadowy figure moved stealthily through the dojo, planting the tracking beacon. Connor's heart sank as he recognized the figure. It was one of Derek's students. Confronting Derek was inevitable. Connor approached him the next day, determination etched on his face. "We need to talk," he began. Derek's eyes narrowed. "What is it now?" Connor showed him the footage. "One of your students planted the beacon. We need to know why." Derek's face paled as he watched the video. "I had no idea," he muttered, clearly shaken. "Let me handle this." True to his word, Derek confronted the student, uncovering a deeper conspiracy. The student had been coerced by an enemy faction, promised power and wealth in exchange for information. The revelation sent shockwaves through the dojo. Trust had been shattered, but there was no time to dwell on it. They had to act quickly to prevent further sabotage. Connor, Zorath, and Derek devised a plan to lure the enemy into a trap. They staged a training session in an abandoned warehouse, making it look as though they were vulnerable. Hidden cameras and security personnel were stationed around the area, ready to spring the trap. As expected, the enemy took the bait. A group of armed individuals stormed the warehouse, only to be met with a coordinated response. Connor and Zorath led the charge, their combined skills proving to be a formidable force. The battle was intense but brief. The attackers were subdued, their leader captured. Under interrogation, he revealed plans for a larger assault, targeting both the dojo and the aliens' home planet. Connor Blake stood in the underground training facility, surrounded by his students and their alien allies. The atmosphere was tense but resolute. They had uncovered the enemy's plans, and now it was time to act. The looming threat of an assault on both Earth and Zoratha's home planet demanded immediate action. "We've prepared for this," Connor began, addressing the assembled group. "Our enemies think they have the advantage, but they underestimate our unity and strength. Today, we show them what true resolve looks like." Zorath stepped forward, his alien features illuminated by the dim lights. "Our worlds depend on us. We fight not just for survival, but for the future of our people." Master Kenji nodded in agreement. "Remember your training. Trust in your abilities and each other. Victory is within our grasp." With a plan in place, they moved swiftly to intercept the enemy forces. The chosen battleground was a desolate area outside the city, a place where they could minimize collateral damage. As they arrived, the enemy forces were already positioned, their presence marked by an array of advanced weaponry and intimidating armor. Connor took a deep breath, his mind focused and clear. "Remember, we fight as one," he reminded his allies. "Stay close and watch each other's backs." The battle commenced with a flurry of movement. Connor and Zorith led the charge, their combined skills creating a formidable force. The enemy, though well-armed, struggled to match the coordination and determination of Connor's team. Connor moved through the battlefield with precision, his every strike calculated and effective. He could see Zorith nearby, using his alien abilities to disarm and incapacitate foes with impressive agility. The sight of humans and aliens fighting side by side was inspiring, a testament to their shared determination. Amidst the chaos, Connor spotted the enemy leader, a towering figure clad in dark armor. Recognizing this as the pivotal moment, he signaled to Zorith. "We take him down, we break their morale," Connor said, determination etched in his voice. Together, they approached the enemy leader, their movements synchronized. The leader, sensing their approach, turned to face them, his expression hidden behind a menacing helmet. "You are fools to think you can stand against us," he snarled, his voice dripping with contempt. Connor met the leader's gaze with unwavering resolve. "We fight for more than ourselves. We fight for our homes, our families, our future." The confrontation was fierce. The enemy leader was powerful, his strikes heavy and relentless. But Connor and Zorith fought with a synergy born of trust and mutual respect. As the battle raged on, they found openings in the leader's defenses, their combined efforts wearing him down. In a decisive moment, Zorith used his alien abilities to disarm the leader, while Connor delivered a precise, powerful strike that brought him to his knees. The leader fell, his weapon clattering to the ground. With their leader defeated, the enemy forces began to falter. Connor and Zorith's allies pressed the advantage, quickly gaining the upper hand. Within moments, the remaining enemy soldiers were either captured or in full retreat. As the dust settled, Connor looked around the battlefield. Their victory was hard-fought, but it was clear. The enemy had underestimated their resolve, and now they were defeated. Zorith approached Connor, a weary but triumphant smile on his face. "We did it," he said, his voice filled with relief. Connor nodded, his own exhaustion tempered by a deep sense of accomplishment. "Together, we proved that unity is our greatest strength." Master Kenji joined them, his expression one of pride. "You have all done well. This victory is a testament to your dedication and courage." As they began to regroup, Derek appeared, his earlier skepticism replaced by genuine respect. "You've earned my respect, Connor. Today, we've shown what we can achieve when we stand together." Connor smiled, grateful for the hard-won alliance. "Thank you, Derek. We couldn't have done it without everyone's support."